Hello. Today we're going to go through a quick demo of Minutes, the crypto accounting ledger. We start with creating an entity, setting up new entity. You can do entity name. Let's do today's date, July 6, 2026, demo. Then description, an amazing new demo of the product. Here in entity creation, it will ask you what would you like services to have. But let's say we're going to do all this beautiful bookkeeping, tax consulting, tax return. Let's create this entity. July 6, 2026. Excellent. Now, to understand what we have, so we have this crypto accounting calculator. The view, the first view is your dashboard. A little later, it will have assets, liabilities, net worth. You can add transactions here, view reports. We'll look at it a little later. Then address. You can get the addresses here. Let's do Bitcoin today. Let's do Bitcoin. So if we go to the richest 100 Bitcoin addresses, let's get something that's not too big, not too small. Let's just do this. Address number 5. Tether. Okay, let's look what's inside of Tether. Let's see. Copying address. Import. Let's fetch. So here you can indicate start date. If you start your accounting, let's say for 2025, you can put 2025 01 dash 01 dash 01, for example, January 2025, and only transactions from that date on will download. But I want to look at the entire range from the inception. So let's connect the account. Continue here. Let's say Bitcoin. Enter address. Let's delete an extra space. Hit connect. Looks like it's syncing. So we're going to sync the account, download all the transactions, and then we're going to take a look on what we're going to do with that. Okay, there you go, synced. Then here's where you can review transactions. You can classify them individually, or you can classify them in batch. I'm going to show you a little later how to do in batch. Here's where you have inventory. So this is our Bitcoin inventory. It has everything: quantity, per unit price, the cost basis, everything tracked. Now, so we're tracking cost basis in this case. So you can also export it to Excel or PDF. Gain. So it calculates gain. Default settings: first in, first out. So this is the entire gain on this account since this inception, 157 million. If you look at first in, first out, that's how it works. General ledgers. So it's, these transactions are assigned. When they signed, you'll see that it's just like any general ledger. And reports, income statement, profit loss. Now, let's go to the first special feature that we have is chart of accounts. We call it rules, chart of accounts rules. The way that it works is you have, so you have this incoming transactions and outgoing transactions. So incoming and outgoing transactions. We want to assign, you want to assign in bulk. For example, you run a business that sells something. Let's just say that all the incoming transactions are some sort of product sales, let's just say, except for one address, which is not product sale, but let's just say you lend someone money and they return it to you. So we're going to uncheck it here and check this, for example, this one. I don't know, I'm just picking random things. We can just say loan. Other current assets, loan from shareholder, loan to employee. Let's just say employee returns the loan. Excellent. Good news. So this is outgoing transactions. Let's just say most of the outgoing transactions are cost of goods. Let's just say you buy materials. It doesn't really matter, except for a few transactions that are perhaps maybe we'll see. This is payment. This is also cost of sales, but this is employee contractor. Let's just say it's contractor. Subcontractors, that goes to cost of goods. Okay, beautiful. All right, so we set our rules. We're gonna update them. Here you can review what did you do, how you update, what accounts you're assigning them to, and then we save changes, and bingo, everything is classified. So go to transactions, and you see this beautiful classification all in place. Inventory wouldn't change, gain loss wouldn't change, general ledger would change. We'll go recalculate. This will take a minute. There you go, it still zeroes out. But now we have sales, product sales, cost of goods, materials, subcontractors, gain loss, the same, didn't change. Voila, that's all it is. It literally took maybe 3 minutes to do. But of course, it's a small account and we pretend that we know what's going on. All right, so here's the profit and loss, exactly the same. Looks like if we're counting net income, it was quite large net income from the inception. Well, I'm sure Tether doing something right. Okay, next feature I would like to mention here is basis buckets. Oh, we'll talk about basis buckets in a second, or in a minute, I have to say. You could set up period. For example, say you have a lot of transactions and you want to preset, well, maybe analyze transactions for a certain quarter, let's say quarter, not quarter, because that's probably, it probably exists there as a preset. Let's just say 50 days, we'll call it 50 days in April. Let's just say you work on the April transaction. Oh, no, they cannot be all in April. In April, May 2025. Maybe you had a huge number of transactions at that point. You just want to focus on those particular dates. So you go here, you say May, let's see now, it's July, you move to May, no, April 1st, that's the beginning, 0 is 0 is 0. So we go by minutes, I believe. So it is down to minutes or even seconds, actually. So we will go from, let's say, April to, quickly by year, May 1st to May, let's just say tenths or ninths. It don't matter. We do ninths. And we'll pick the end of the day. Let's see now. Oops. Okay. 23. Huh. I think something was my computer. 59. And second, let me make a bigger screen to catch this. All right, let's just. $59. So I guess we got to fix it. So 23, 59, 59. So we'll do everything by seconds here. And there you go. So you created a period. We're not going to close it. We just open it. Creating period. This is it. So it's 50 days in April, May. So then over here, let's say when we go to choose transactions, let's say we have a large number of transactions. We're just going to go select a period, 50 days in April, May. We don't have to every time to select it again and again. We just simply do it once. We have beautiful 4 transactions. Sell, buy. We can quickly zoom in when we need to on this period and work on it. So I think it's very, very convenient feature. So you can set up those periods by the second. Then that's one feature. Chart of account rules we went through. Yes, you have this chart of accounts, of course, as well. Chart of accounts. We have, I think, more than 358 accounts. There you go. 358 accounts. You can easily add your own. If you're not happy with what we have, you add your own account. You can change. You cannot change anything in this global account numbers, but you can, as I said, set your own account, or you can import your accounts here as well and use what you have. So what else I'd like to show you? Have periods, chart of account rules. We'll start up new entity. Let me show you our AI capability. That's quite awesome in my view. What can you do with our AI? Now, you have to, so we're building various agents at the moment, but so far, first, you could ask anything about your numbers, not only within this period, within any period. Let's just say, what is the 10 highest transactions by what are, I should say, the 10 highest transactions by volume in 2025. Let's just say you have many transactions, not like 75. Let's say you have a lot of transactions. So you would want to understand maybe you want to find some transaction or you remember something, so you can talk to those numbers. Okay, let's just see what are the 10 highest transactions by volume in 2025. So let's see what it tells us. It should find for us the transactions. There you go. Here's your, yeah. If you don't want to go back, sort it, do anything you want to do. So this is what you have in 2025. Those are your highest transactions. You can check it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. You can use this. Ask any information about your amounts. Like if you remember something about your transactions, but you're not exactly sure when happened what, you can try it out. Describe what you remember, and it should pull things up for you. Okay, so that's what it can do. And another thing that it can do right now, it can fetch at the moment just the Ethereum, but we're working on the rest of it as well. Let's go to Ethereum addresses. Let's say richest Ethereum address. Top Ethereum Ethereum address list by ETH balance. Let's go through scan. All right. Let's see what would we like to try. Let's look what Binance is doing here. So the Binance peg tokens. Okay. Perfect. Let's see what they have inside for their peg tokens. Let's say download this Ethereum address. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, let's see. Analyzing liquidity. Let's see now. As you tell important like name, so it's asking for name. Let's call it Binance Bag. Right. Of course, Ethereum has a lot of different altcoins. So import and queued, transaction imported. All right. Here's what we have. Okay, looks like there are more transactions than we had here. Here we had only 510. Well, it happens perhaps because it has all those alt coins tokens. It might have a lot of back transactions. Maybe I picked this complicated one. Well, let's see. Let's see how minutes holds on. If we're still going to fit in minutes, or we'll go to hours. Hopefully not. Okay. Amazing. Okay. You see it says import status. Everything came in. Now it's processing status or resolving currencies. So there are probably a lot of altcoins. Now it has to fetch prices. It's showing us fetching prices. All right. Very good. Very good. Let's see. Some of the prices could be hard to match, especially it has a lot of altcoins. and we'll work on them in a minute once system gets the basic pricing downloaded. We have a tool that allows us to go in and uh, perfect it, put it this way, to add pricing to the missing items. I should say price points. Let's wait. It's fetching. I'm sure we're gonna cut it off on editing, but here we're waiting and hoping that it's not gonna be 1 hour. All right, there you go. Here, yeah, relatively good. 5 minutes. It took us 5 minutes. A lot of many transactions. There are some of them were ignored for some reason. When some transactions, even though they're reflected on address, but they're faulty. So selfie. So everything is amazing. Okay, everything downloaded. Now let's see if we go to the address as well right away. You could see here statistics. We have Ethereum 511. That's consistent with the number of transactions. We have Elon 73, USDT 49. You see all transactions by crypto, how many download. Whoa, this account has a lot of stuff in it. Yes, Boeing even account. Okay, well, that's what usually happens to Ethereum addresses. Now, invalid balances. So a system identifies some balances that are invalid, and incomplete transactions during import. So this would require additional investigation, but it's normal in crypto accounting, guys. It's normal. There's always some things, but what I really like about, of course, I do like about what we have built, we made it very easy to manage, extremely easy for you to manage and see exactly what's going on, where some additional work is required. Um, with all the details of what happened by the date, by the hour, by the second, actually, it was timestamp. Good. So let's continue on. Next, let's see a couple of things. Let's actually see if we have all the pricing. So here's the feature first I want to show you. Missing base values. Missing base values, right? So you have a lot of those old coins, old tokens. Nobody knows what they are and why they exist. Some of them, I don't even know. I mean, this is probably perfectly great for those of you who speak Chinese or maybe even Japanese. I have no idea what those coins are. I I don't know. It's kind of hard. Let's try something out here. We have three ways that we can fetch those, or we can assign the value, should I say. First way, if you look at the transaction and you know it's very exotic token or coin, you can go ahead and assign the value manually. You set the value manually. Just go ahead and set the value manually. Then if you think, you know what, I don't know what it is, and I don't know where I bought it, when I bought it, then your next attempt, you can do what we call decentralized exchange. Let's see if DX, okay, DX doesn't know anything about this coin. All right. Then your third attempt, and that's not going to be free attempt, free for us right now to watch, but generally speaking, it's an AI, the best engine we can find. We can try to fetch the price. So here's the AI at work. No, even AI didn't find it, anything about this particular token. Well, we'll have to give up. We have to call somebody, call a friend or call a family member, find out what those tokens, the pricing was. Let's get to some more or less sounding that like it can fetch something. Well, let's try Ace. Ace sounds like maybe some people might be buying and selling it. No market DX. Let's see now. Let's see what, select at least one transaction. Let's see if it goes. Ace, searching for Ace coins, nothing. So Ace is unknown as well. Not so many people trade it. All right. But again, you see it's on March 4th, 2021. Those are absolutely old tokens. Amazon, AMD. Okay, let's do Ape. Oh, that's cool. So we have Ape token coin. All right, let's see if there is Ape on DX, decentralized exchange. All right, bingo, so done. I think for one transaction, it was able to find the pricing. Okay, well, that's better than nothing. All right, and for the rest of it, let's see if we can make the AI. Oh, AI was also found one transaction. Okay, view transactions. Oh, actually, it has more than that. How many? 4 of them on the same day. This is good. This is good. All right. Guys, this all is possible for Ape. We still have some transactions left. Okay, 2 transactions will be updated, excluded, 20 transactions. Wait, how many did we have in the beginning? Let's go back to minutes AI, and we just view transactions. Okay, they already done Ape. Interesting. All right. All right. So Ape. I guess the point I wanted to make, let's do it again. Let's try it again. Let's see how many it will fetch. So it searches all the dates, all the pricing. I chose here all the dates, all the pricing. Some of them are fetched. Some of them, I guess, we'll need to put in manually. But again, it usually happens to rare coins, tokens. Let's see, it looks like it's getting something. Yeah, hey, that's perfect. View transactions. Okay, so it fetched all the transactions for different dates. And then we can accept a suggestion. Now we have view transactions, accept a suggestion. So it makes us go one by one. Well, better than plugging it in manually. Base value. I hope those are correct values. Oh, that they couldn't find. for this one, we'll have to put in manually. Here, there is a base value, 14 cents. 14 cents. That sounds about right for that coin. Before it mooned, 14 cents. Or it might have mooned already at 14 cents. But you know what? If it says 15 cents, that's all I have to go by. That's why this is probably as good as it gets. 16 cents. All right. Now it's starting to take off. 14 cents. Okay. 13 cents. All right. So it's 13 cents. Okay. We're going to accept suggestions because we definitely don't know better than that. Accept. Okay. Very good. So as you can see, in a matter of a minute, maybe, or maybe 2 minutes, we went through all the ape transactions and we're only missing, truly missing one value that nobody could find. Now, this attempt is free just in case, no marketplace data. Prices were found for ape. That's it. We're done with ape. That's all we're done. We also have ape coin. It's only one transaction. How about Apex? Let's see what we have. Apex. Let's see if we can fetch no marketplace. Why did they don't trade those on marketplace, I wonder? I mean, where do they trade them? How do they even know the values? That is not known to us. Okay, let's do the Apex price. Again, total transaction 3. Looks like there are base values. We just accept all suggested. Boom. Beautiful. All done. ApeCoin. All right, let's give it one more. So missing one transaction. Let's see if ApeCoin, somebody does anything with on DX. Nobody does anything there. Let's have AI fetch transaction for us. Right, view transactions. Yeah, looks like it found. All right, so that's the process. Now we could do Ape, RuneScape. We can continue the fun. But I think the point is clear, more or less. So that's our missing base value feature. I think I can tell you from my experience, it saves a lot of time. It's absolutely indispensable when you're dealing with Ethereum. You know, a lot of airdrops, rewards, then people promoting something pay you in weird coins or not so popular coins. And if you quickly want to take care of it, you can. Right here, we just did it. It's like it would probably take me an hour or so to go through all the coins. I think there are 300 or 200. Let's just see how many base values. Okay, let's just get rid of ape here. All right, so actually there's more. There are a lot more. Yeah, but that's probably going to be a few hours. But the thing is that probably most people don't have that many. This is Binance, one of the major Binance accounts, number 5 on the list. So Felix, let's see, maybe Felix trades on DX. No, Felix doesn't. I don't know, Ferrari, FIFA. All right now it's Cup. No. Well, let's see what FIFA token used to be worth. View transactions. No, we don't know even what it used to be. Yeah, but Figaro, amazing. Most people don't have that many, but maybe 20 to 40 is typical, and we can easily zoom in on what the value is. So now let me introduce you to our basis buckets feature. Basis buckets. I guess to fully understand what it is, we need another account. We need another account. Let's grab another Ethereum account. I don't know what it is. Kraken. Okay, let's do Kraken. Cold Wallet 4. Hey, hey. Let's find out what's cooking in Kraken Cold Wallet. Let's see here. Of course, we'll go to our AI. Download this address. All right. Let's see. I need a friendly name. Okay. Friendly is friendly. Let's see now. Kraken Cold Wallet 4. This is quite friendly. All right. Import and queued. Processing. All right. Here we have buy, ignore, sell, total. Beautiful. We have things downloaded. Let's, just for curiosity, let's see what they have inside of Kraken. So it has to recalculate. All right, there you go. There you go. Uh-huh. All right, so I think this is the time to introduce. So again, so we have many tokens that don't really mean anything. Now, USDT is a different matter. Quantity 0.001 is not much of USDT. Okay, so this is our inventory. Now, let's go to those basis buckets. As you know, in the United States, we cannot do universal basis any longer. We have to go with um, basis per exchange. Each exchange has its own basis, or outside of exchange, there we can create what they call wallets and what we call here buckets, because wallet is a little confusing. The wallet is usually where you pull. You can look at your addresses through wallets, not necessarily. You know, you can have different address combinations within wallets. And here we just call it buckets. Let's enable, just show you this feature. So this is the right date to start it. So we don't want to change it. Let's continue. There you go. So now we have those buckets. Let's go back to inventory. Remember how we downloaded so far 3 addresses. So one was Bitcoin and 2 Ethereum. So what I was curious is that, so what I wanted to know is what is the cost basis of the assets inside the Kraken address, cold wallet. 1,500,000. No, it's 1,503,000,000. That's interesting. So this is Ethereum, 1,200,000,000 Ethereum, and then LTC. Is that Litecoin? Like LTC. Interesting. How did I get here? I guess there's some kind of a token. LTC token, 74 million. And Oli and ZEC, and a lot of other things we need to we need to find out the pricing. We need to grab the pricing from that for them, but it's okay. So that was just interested. Okay, now there it is. And so what can you do with basis buckets? Well, first, you can change the default calculation rule. Let's say we want to calculate this bucket as a FIFO. So there you go. And this bucket, we want to calculate as HIFO. HIFO is high in first out. Okay, we just want to do it because we're allowed. So we have 3 buckets and we can do whatever we want to do within those buckets. All right, let's recalculate. I shouldn't have said what I want to do with those buckets. We can set things that we want to set and be consistent within the buckets. That would be the right way to say that. All right, we're done. And yeah, again, missing value. This is nothing to be worried or surprised about. With Ethereum, there are a lot of great. So gain and loss. Okay, so now gain and loss. Okay, we have new number for gain and loss. 5 billion, 5.5 billion, pretty much. Then of course we have general ledger. Okay, we have a lot of unassigned transactions. We're not going to do them at this point. And that's it. So that's it. Okay, about the basis buckets. Now, imagine those are not exchanges. Maybe those are just 2 addresses, separate addresses. And we decide to go ahead and combine them into 1 bucket. That's allowed. Outside the exchange, you can do that. You can do that. But you have to kind of set it, and it has to be there. All right, good. So you remember how we had gain and loss? What was this? 5.5? Let's see now, 1 second. So it's 5.5 billion. Now, see, let's recalculate. All right, calculation complete. Net gain, 5,170,000,000. All right, let's actually refresh to make sure, yes, net gain, this is it. All right, so you see gain changed. We combined the 2 addresses in 1 bucket, gain changed. Okay, so what else? So those are our basic features. Our agents, we're developing a lot of agents. We're going to have a ton of agents. We're going to have them deployed pretty soon. Exports, we're working on exports to QuickBooks and Xero. This is basic demonstration of the product. Feedback, if you like something or you don't like something, you can leave us feedback. Here's the forum. We read all of your feedbacks. Thank you very much. Let us know what you think. We will be recording demos as new features come out. And you have a great day.